My opponent speaks the truth this time. He did have his attorney recently serve me with a cease and desist order because of a statement that he claims that I made in the last candidate forum. I did not say that Mr. Szerdi's connection to the developer was an ethical violation. I said that it was an ethical conflict, because it is a conflict, and that is exactly what the Inspector General informed Commissioner Szerdi. Now, all of this could be easily cleared up by Mr. Blackman over here, a paid campaign consultant for Mr. Szerdi's campaign, because as you see, Mr. Blackman videotapes all of the candidate forums and typically posts that videotape the very following day on YouTube. Now, this would be very easy to prove or disprove with that videotape. And the response that my attorney has delivered to Mr. Szerdi's attorney is that we are waiting for you to prove that I made that statement. What I said was that it is a conflict, and I stand by that statement. And I believe this cease and desist letter is an intimidation tactic. And I am not intimidated. I have been endorsed for this position by the Rusty Gordon Democratic LGBT Caucus because of my views on equal rights, by the National Organization for Women for my views on women's rights, by the AFL-CIO, and by Democracy for America for my positions on progressive issues, and by the Sierra Club, because I am the candidate that is concerned about our environment. As your commissioner, I would seek to bring back open, transparent government that respects public input. I would demand that the voter-approved height limits be enacted so that we have clear, unambiguous development guidelines in our city that promote investment, revitalization, and protects what makes Lake Worth unique in Palm Beach County. Thank you very much.
Well, since we got this out in the open here, back in March 19th in 2014, this is a letter from the County Commission on Ethics, because I asked proactively ahead of time whether it is it's my intention to refrain from voting on any matter dealing with anybody that I would have a former client with or a current client with. And their opinion was, Commissioner Szerdi correctly concluded that he can't use his position in any way that he knows it will result in financial benefit. Also, that I'm not supposed to render any decisions on any development projects which I haven't, none have come before the board. I did this way beforehand, and they keep trying to make this a wedge issue. It keeps coming up. A cease and desist order. You can go on Mr. Blackburn's site and look at the video yourself. My attorneys looked at it. We can't mince words. Exactly what was said was an accusation, and I don't take that lightly. It's not for intimidation. It's to stop what's going on, knocking on doors, and hear from when I follow up and follow behind them, I hear the same thing. We're not going to stand for this anymore in the city, for inaccuracies to go around knocking on people's doors with things that say over and over and over again. We're tired of it. And I do again, I applaud somebody, a young person like these, to come up and run for public service. But it's definitely not easy. Come on up here, try this, all right? It's not that easy, but I do applaud them. I think that's really admirable to come up and do that. And I think that in terms of the kind of information and transparency, saying one thing on the sister city board, also saying things when you go out talking to people, making these accusations, that's not right. That's politics. Yet somebody out on their signs, people, not politics. I don't really think I understand that, you know?
We do.
Yeah. Well, you all know my background. I'm using my expertise for the greater benefit of the city. You can see clearly what's been happening since last summer, coming in with investments into the city. They're not my investments. I make no money off of those things at all. The more that happens there, the better it is for all of us, everybody in the city. Not just a little strip down there that we fought over for a hotel area for 65 feet. The zoning code that we put in place, that I helped put in place, protects all of your neighborhoods from happening to what happened to me when I moved here. You cannot have a 5-story condo next to your house. I also wanted to thank the NAPC, the Playhouse especially. I hope that you were generous for them today. And you do have a choice. You have an extremely important choice to make tonight. And I hope you choose experience, expertise, and true honesty. I went in front of this beforehand and asked for their opinion, and I abide by it. So I ask you for your vote tonight. Let's keep the city on track. We don't need to go off another tangent over here. We can do better, and we're certainly on our way. The evidence speaks for itself. Thank you.